Okay, so we were in Nevada for the Republican caucus, and we wanted to talk to some people to see why they were voting for Trump. And I found a table full of the darkest people there, and I wanted to ask them who they were supporting. And it was surprising they were supporting Trump. Here's a young, now you get to listen to, here's a young Filipino guy. You get to hear immigrants be anti-immigrant. Here we go.
I'm supporting Trump because I'm a veteran, and the thing that closer to my heart is, of course, first the veterans, and then our immigration system.
So he loves Trump because the closest to his heart is veterans. And you know how Trump loves veterans. Just ask John McCain. I don't know how long I'm supposed to sit here and look at the camera, but that's a pretty good point I just made.
The borders, things like that, and the refugees. You know, like I mentioned to this group over here that.
So it's the veterans, the borders, and the so it's immigration and veterans that he loves Trump for. His anti-immigrant stance, not because he likes immigrants.
I served 21 years in the Navy. I have a brother, and my father's back in the Philippines. I can petition them, but because of their age, it will take like 20 years before they get here. All of a sudden, you have people crossing the border all over the place, and then we pay them to come over here to stay here, and then they get a job and all the benefits that most of these guys don't get.
So, again, he's angry at the people with absolutely no money and no power in the world, the immigrants coming here to get exactly the same things he has, which is a job in a real life. And so he's upset that they get to come here and his brother and his father, who are in the Philippines, can't come here. Well, they could try. I mean, because so I get, again, it's that sense that I'm getting that the Republican voter, the blue-collar Republican voter, has the sense inside of them that there's something happening that crosses their sense of fairness. And so this gentleman says, look, my family can't come here from the Philippines. It'll take 20 years if I try to do it legally, but these people sneak in, they get jobs, they get that, and then we pay them. So, again, it's that angry at the people with no money and no power. Yeah, they come here because they live in this hemisphere. And they can come across the border. And I'm sure if your dad and your brother lived in this hemisphere, they would come across the border. Because if they wanted a better life. And how could you be angry at someone who wants to come be an American? They want to come be Americans. But that's the brilliance of the right wing. They've been able to pit blue-collar people against each other. And that's exactly, there's not enough to go around. That's what this is. There's not enough to go around, even though we're the richest country the face of the earth has ever seen. We have an economy twice the size of China still. Still, we were able to give $80 billion a month to banks for years, trillions of dollars to bail them out. We spend trillions of dollars on the military that we don't need. We've got the money, but they've convinced them. The right-wing media bubble has convinced these people that there's not enough to go around and that immigrants are taking your share. And if your life isn't better, it's because of those people with no money and no power. And somehow the government is giving those people precedence over you. And so that's what it is. It's the anger at the other, and they've been convinced that the people with no money and no power are the problem. That seems to be the theme running through Donald Trump supporters. It seems to be also the theme running through most of the Republicans that we've met so far covering the campaign. I'm so angry at people with no money and no power. Why do they keep screwing things up?